Prince Makai channel. It's your boy Prince Makai.
Yeah. When all the smoke like a vape pen. Hold on, brother, chase him. Say my name, I pop up like the boogeyman. Fucking the game over dropping bangers with no hits.
I'm gonna do a story time about the time that I wanted to be a rapper, man. Like, make them want to like the rapper. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be a rapper as soon as I hit middle school. So my 6th grade years when I thought about being a rapper. And I had no kind of like, I never even written a rap before.
But I wasn't even a rapper yet or anything. I wasn't doing anything.
I've always loved rap music, but I never wanted to be like a rapper. I wanted to be a singer since I was in Pampers. Then I'm like, maybe I should be a rapper. I went through this phase where I was telling people I was Tupac's long lost son.
Oh, this girl is delusional. I don't have.
And you know, even though he died 3 years before I was born, I was telling people that, oh, it took 2.5 years for the sperm to reach my mother's egg and stuff like that. Like, I really wanted to be like, I wanted to kind of be like the young Tupac mixed with Jay-Z, mixed with Lil' Kim. That was kind of like what I wanted to do. I wanted to talk dirty like Lil' Kim, but I wanted the swag of Jay-Z and this power that he has. Like this, he commands the room when he walks in. So I wanted Kim's sexualness, and what she writes about in her songs and her lyrics, and I wanted to have Jay-Z's just aura, you know, his vibe, and I wanted to have like Tupac's softer side, like his poetic side, and I wanted to incorporate all of their parts of their artistry into me. And it's so crazy because at the time I was in this rap duo with a friend that I was in school with, and he reminded me so much of Biggie, and not so much that he looked like Biggie, but he just reminded me so much of Biggie, but his favorite artist was Biggie. That was his idol. And so I'm like, you're gonna be like the new Biggie, and I'm gonna be the new, you know, Tupac or whatever. Or I said Lil' Kim. I said the male version of Lil' Kim. I wanted to kind of be like the male version of Lil' Kim too. I wanted to, like, when I got older, wear crazy outfits, but like not like you know, obviously not girl outfits, but like wear crazy stuff like she used to do, and just be an innovator and be a total fashion icon, but rap that hardcore shit. I wanted to be a hardcore like Lil' Kim. And I'm like, you know, we're gonna do it like that. At the time, we were only listening to old school music, which to this day I really only listen to old school music. Him and I were brought up on it. We were raised on it. We're the only two out of our class that really listened to old school music and really soaked in, you know, the old school music. And
who inspires Missy Elliott right now?
Michael Jackson, Prince.
Nothing new.
No. And we were the only ones in our class, and probably the only ones that we knew that was our age that really loved old school music and wanted to emulate and be like the older rappers. We did not like the rappers that we heard on the radio, and except for probably like a few. But I know I didn't really like any artists that were on the radio during that time I was in middle school. I wanted to be like the old school artists, and we were kind of outdated. We were definitely outdated. Because when we used to write rhymes, when we started writing, for one, this is how I knew it wasn't going to work. For one, well, I could have mastered it, but for one, there was times when we did find a beat and we wrote to the beat, you know what I'm saying, so we can flow with it. But there was times when we would just be writing, and we would try to rap on beats that we would find like on SoundCloud or YouTube or whatever, and try to like flow with it, but it wouldn't work because, you know, you're supposed to listen to a beat first and then you're supposed to write to the beat. But we weren't doing that. We was just fucking writing and then finding any other beat and see if we'll be able to flow with it. You know what I'm saying? So it sounded crazy. You know, I was serious about being a rapper, and we called ourselves RB. It's just so corny. We called ourselves RB, and it stood for Restricted Business. And I remember when I came to him and I told him, like, this is going to be our duo name, or our name, our stage name. And he was like, why, you know, what does that mean? I said, well, anything we do is our business and it's restricted. And so he was like, cool. He went with it and we just started doing that. But I think in the beginning he wasn't really taking it seriously as I was. I was real serious. I was writing every day. I had a binder, just writing raps every day. Right, I'm talking about full songs and all of that. And I kind of had to kind of like get him like, come on, let's do something, let's write something. I kind of let that go after a little bit after, I want to say like my junior year. I started to let that go of high school. But for a while I wanted to be a rapper, and we were RB. And I remember putting the year that I on the binder, we used to draw on the front of the binder, like put a piece of paper inside the slide inside the front, on the in front of the binder, and I put RB 2014. And I remember one of my classmates walked by and saw me writing that. He put, what does 2014 mean? I'm like, nothing. And he was like, well, whatever it is, it's not starting until 2014, because this was like 2011 when I put that, or 2012 or something like that. But to us, that's the future. That's 2 years from now. We gonna blow up. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be all the artists that I looked up to in one. You know what I'm saying? And I used to wear bandanas like Tupac. I did everything but sag my pants, but I wanted to dress like Tupac. I wanted to be like Jay-Z. I wanted to be the male Lil' Kim. I wanted to do all of that. And he wanted to be like Biggie, so we kind of like pattern ourselves after them and emulated them. And I remember going on SoundCloud. This is when SoundCloud was, I don't know if it's still huge now, but back in the day, this is 2011, 2012, 2013, 14, 15 even, SoundCloud was boosting, you know what I'm saying? And everybody put their music on SoundCloud. And we used to record on this, used to download this app to record, and then we would upload it to SoundCloud. And I used to just put songs and stuff on there, put music on there. And my little brother ended up seeing it, and that made him want to do music and rap and stuff like that. Looking back at it now, it's not cringy, you know what I'm saying? It's not cringy to me. But I used to get busy. I used to also, for some reason, I had this fascination at one point with, I had this thing where I would go on the laptops at my school, or the after school program that I would go to. I would type up my rhymes, and then I would space them out. Like every line was spaced out like a poem, and then I would print it. So I did that one time. My mom, and she worked at the middle school that I went to, and she saw that. She was like, "What are you doing?" She made me delete it. I had to stop printing stuff. Like it was crazy. But I was serious about it. I really thought by now I would have been like the biggest thing. But the universe takes you in different directions, and that will always be a classic era. At the end of my sophomore year, going into my junior year, I kind of lost the passion for it. But I've always wrote. I've always been a writer. That's I write to this day. But the rapping part, I never. We did a talent show one time for our school, and I really thought I was gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? I used to hear the rappers on the radio at the time, and I'm like, these fucking suck. Like, I could do way better than them. I think that if we would have really like got discovered and really became artists, even at that young age of like 12, I think that. And eventually I would have came out. I feel like I would have been like the original Lil Nas X. Like, I would have probably came out years later or whatever, but I would have came out and I would have been like the original Lil Nas X. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's an era, that's a time that, there's so many stories with that too, because we used to go to each other's houses and write rhymes and write raps and SoundCloud, that era. That's my video on the time I wanted to be a rapper. Thank you guys for watching.